What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Monday, August 11th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I'm a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a special guest that's going to be coming on with me today, as she is a Fox43 correspondent, producer that's based out of Washington, D.C. and Pennsylvania. Her name is Milkha Moirera, and we are going to talk to her about her why of getting into journalism, but also ask her some get to know you questions. She will be joining me very shortly on this live, I should say, and I'm looking forward to talking to her and getting to know her a little bit. And my name is Chris Drummond. Me being a freelance sports reporter, um, I've been a sports reporter combination for the past 8 years. Started out in Atlanta, Georgia. For those of you that don't know, with the Cherokee Tribune Ledger, and also the Marietta Daily Journal, covering football, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, high school wise. Transitioned. I did that for a few years. Transitioned to Minnesota. Got my first full-time job covering 12 high schools and also covering a college as well. And then started doing professional hockey, professional basketball, professional sports, and now I've transitioned out here as well. So, yes, I can see Milk. I can see our guest has definitely joined us. So I sent the invite to her. Um, and yeah, so she should be joining us very shortly. Um, and yeah, we're gonna get this thing started. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be a great conversation. Great conversation. Let's see. Uh, okay. Invited her on. And okay. Here we go. Hello,
Hi,
hello. How we doing?
how are you?
I'm doing very good, doing very good. It's a pleasure to see you. You look
Can you hear me?
absolutely lovely. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. You're cutting in and out a little bit, but we're gonna work with it. It's okay. It's all right. You look absolutely lovely today. Just want to say that. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Thank you. You too. Thank you so much
Oh,
for having me here. Such a Yes, I
absolutely.
can hear you. I think something's going on with the connection because I can hear you a little bit um cutting out.
Okay, okay. Let's see, because now you're coming in a lot more clear. Can you hear me now? Hmm.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, got you, got you. I don't know why, what's going on, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
I
yeah, it's like a sudden stop or something like that. Like it's like a stop or something was going on. But anywho, I'm very happy that you're here on my podcast, Work Hard, Play Hard. I really do appreciate that. I want to ask you, how is your Monday going so far?
good. A lot of breaking news. They hit last minute, last moment. So far, so good. We're alive. We are blessed, we are healthy, and always remembering the good things. Why we should be thankful for, the positive. How are you though? How is your Monday going?
Monday's going pretty good. Can't complain. It's super hot out here in the Northeast, as you know, being in the Northeast yourself. So definitely hot, but at the same time, I'm just enjoying my days until I get started with my new job, which starts on the 18th. So just, taking some time off and just trying to relax as much as possibly can and talk to as many wonderful people like yourself on my podcast. The reason why, by the way, I want to make sure I pronounce this right. Is your name, is it Milka? How do you pronounce your name?
Yes, you got it.
Milka? Okay, got you. Got you. Okay. So I wanted to have you on my
Milka, just like that. Milka.
yeah, got you. Okay, that's awesome. I wanted to have you on my podcast because I know that you're a reporter based out of DC and the Pennsylvania area. And I'm a journalist as well. I love talking to other journalists and getting to know their why and their story. Everybody has a story to tell. We're so used to going to get the stories that we don't have a chance to sit down and tell our own story. And your story is just as special as anybody else's that you go tell, anybody else's that you report on. So I was intrigued. I saw some of your stuff as far as your reel goes. And did a little background research. You're obviously very passionate about what you do and very good at what you do. So to me, it's just a no-brainer to have you on my podcast for sure.
Thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I want to start with the first question, and that's the first question that I normally ask everybody on here on this podcast, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into journalism?
I feel like the point of why I'm in this country, why am I doing what I do, and the answer is the people. I started doing this because I want to help people. Right now, in the moments that I'm living over here in America, I feel like I want to give voice to those people that are not being heard, those people that have a story to tell and to inspire others, but don't have a platform to, tell those stories. So
Absolutely.
definitely the people. That's the main reason. As long as role models, oh, good question. Definitely, I grew up watching Telemundo. I'm from Ecuador, so over there we watch a lot of Telemundo.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Julio Vaqueiro. He's one of my main role models. I look at him as, not only like a professional model. I want to become so because one time he said something really important. He said, to be a good journalist, you gotta be a good person. And that is very true because when you see people that are really interested in their people, you can tell how they connect that in the professional area as well, and how they're just like telling those stories genuinely from the heart, which I believe it makes a difference. So yeah, Julio Vaqueiro, I would say, Aranza, from Telemundo as well.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I have a lot of role models. Maybe from Ecuador. I don't know if you know these personalities, but Diana Monroy, she's a great journalist from Ecuador. She's actually now in Telemundo as well, in I believe in California.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I have a lot of role models. We would never end this conversation if I start listening them.
Oh, I love that. I love the fact that you have a lot of role models, and I grew up in California, so I'm definitely familiar with Telemundo and out there in California for sure. Um, that's what's up. I love that. Why? I want to ask you though. You started off going to Loyola University out in New Orleans. Now you finished up at Universidad de San Francisco de Quito. I need to know, were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going to those two particular colleges?
Um, so honestly, the reason why I went to Loyola was because I got a scholarship over there.
Oh,
Um, But the reason why I didn't finish my bachelor's there was because at the time I knew that I wanted to tell stories. I knew I wanted to communicate, but I wasn't quite there to understand that I wanted to be a reporter. I just knew I wanted to study communications, but not specifically journalism.
okay.
So Loyola has a great communication program, but they don't have a journalism program. So I was for a full year over there exploring myself, and I there was something just not clicking. And
Mhm.
then I understood maybe I didn't choose the correct career. What's going on?
Right.
But then I did a little bit more research and I figured out maybe it was not that it was in the wrong path. It was just like I needed something more specific, like journalism.
Right.
So also, I lost my scholarship. If you want to know the fun story over
Yeah.
there, a
Please.
little anecdote. I
Please.
lost the scholarship because it just hit me hard to, go to another country for the first time. I was 18 years old, and hey, New Orleans is dangerous. If you are listening to me and you have 18 years old, I don't recommend New Orleans. It
Right.
can be a
Right.
big distraction. And I
Hmm.
was definitely not focused at that time. So I unfortunately lost my scholarship. So my parents were like, nope, you're coming back home, Miss Lady, you're coming back home. So that's why I went back home and I finished my degree over there.
I totally understand that. I just got back from New Orleans doing the Super Bowl. Got a chance to go out there cover the Super Bowl, and it was my first time to be in New Orleans. And yeah, it's definitely dangerous, especially for an 18-year-old at that time. And I'm way past 18, but at the same time, it's still like crazy type of atmosphere there, as far as things to do, as far as just temptation and just all kinds of
Oh,
stuff there. No
yeah, it's
question.
another world. Did you
Mhm.
went to Bourbon Street?
I did. I did. Absolutely. Went to Bourbon Street. Caesars got a chance to go to the casino,
Okay.
Caesars Palace. Got a chance to try some of the food. We had a media party. They had a media party for us on that Tuesday, where we got fed all kinds of food. First time me trying jambalaya, first time me trying gumbo, first time me trying alligator, everything. It was really, really good. It was really good stuff. And I had a blast of a time passing out a lot of business cards and making a lot of contacts. But yeah, and also the highlight for me was being able to ask Kendrick Lamar a question. That was pretty cool. So yeah,
Ooh, that's awesome.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Sounds
it
like
was
you had
great.
a great time over there, not like
Oh,
me.
oh, what, were you over there too?
Well, not for the Super Bowl, but for Loyola in my
Oh, for
freshman
sure.
year.
Yeah, I got you. Say less, say less. Okay. Let me ask you some of these favorite questions, okay? And I just want you to give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions, okay? So here we go. We're gonna rock out. Favorite
Okay.
meal you like to cook?
Ooh, that's an easy one. Definitely ceviche, shrimp ceviche. That's my specialty.
Okay, oh man, whenever I do pull up to the DC area, I'm gonna have to say what's up to you, girl. I'm gonna have to. That's what's
Yeah,
up. Some shrimp
yeah,
ceviche. Now,
yeah.
I
Have
don't
you
think
tried
I've had that
ceviche
before.
before?
I don't have that before. What's that?
No.
Mm-mm.
So the ceviche is one of the Ecuadorian like main typical dishes from the coast, and my
Mm-hmm.
family's from the coast, so I love seafood. So basically, you cook the shrimp. You put a lot of lime with cilantro, tomatoes, onions. Some secrets over there. Don't tell my mom that I told you, but a little orange juice. And then you just put some plantains, chips, and some rice, and you eat it all together. Delicious.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds delicious. No, no question about
Yep.
that. I'm a huge taco person, so I love me some tacos. Whether it's chicken, steak, or ground turkey, I can whip that up. So that's pretty good. Okay, I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Favorite concert? Ooh, that's a difficult one because I want to say Bad Bunny, but at the
Mm,
same time, I went to a concert that also changed my life. I believe in God like very deeply, and I have this band called Hillsong United.
yeah,
So the first time I saw
absolutely.
them live, huh?
I say
What did you say?
absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so the first time I saw them live, it was a life-changing experience. Like I could definitely feel, the presence of God over there. And it was beautiful. I feel like I healed a lot of things that were, broken on my inside. So yeah, I would say both concerts in a different way, but I would say both of them are my top two.
Oh yeah, definitely Bad Bunny. He's a vibe, no question about that. He's very good at what he does, no question. And Hillsong United, "I Am Who You Say I Am" is one of my favorite songs, and that's no question about that. That's a very good song. I love The Weeknd. The Weeknd is definitely my guy. No question about it. I'm a huge Weeknd fan. And I seen him twice. Seen him in Chicago, but also seen him in Atlanta as well. So he's pretty good, pretty good.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. I haven't had the chance to see him live, but
oh
he's
yeah,
the guy.
Starboy. That Starboy album is still my favorite. It's top five. It's no question about it. I love that album. So yeah, definitely, no doubt. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
I would say Israel. That
Oh,
was that was something I would never forget. Yes.
now was that a business trip, a girls trip, family trip? What kind of trip was that?
Yeah, that was like friends trip when we graduated. So I went to a Jewish school. Even I'm not Jewish, but I went to a Jewish school, and it was like the typical when you graduate and you want to go somewhere, and everybody was going to the beach, Mexico or Dominican Republic, and we just wanted to do something different. We just wanted to like put in practice everything that we've learned of the culture, of the Jewish culture, the Hebrew. So we decided to take a trip to Israel,
Okay,
and it was awesome. Like I'm telling you, when you think about Israel, or at least when I was thinking about
right,
Israel, I thought like a lot of churches and everything religious, but no, like religiously is a big moment because you go to all the places where Jesus was, but then
right.
in the other side, if you want to have fun, hey, like Israelis know how to have fun, so the party is good over there too. So it was a pretty nice trip, very complete.
Okay.
Highly
I'm
recommend.
definitely going to hit you up for that because I've never been to Israel ever in my life. So I'm definitely going to hit you up for some like recommendations on what to do over there for sure.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite place is Jamaica. Jamaica was definitely a great vibe, great place. I really enjoyed myself when I went out there. Great food, great people, great beaches, great scenery. It was super hot, but it was good. It was good
What
times.
what part of Jamaica do you recommend? I've always wanted to go to Jamaica, but every time I want to go there, something happens. I don't know. I
We
can't
went
go.
on we went on a cruise. It was a family trip, so we went on a cruise. I think it was called Fairbolt or Fairmont. It was Fair something for sure. But it was off a cruise, and we was able to go there. And like I said, it was people dancing, people singing, and just great vibes. And then when you get there on that particular part, they actually had these people that they pedal these bikes to bike you around the country, to bike you around the country of Jamaica. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice vibe.
Nice. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
definitely fun.
and Jamaican people are like they feel like they were Hispanic, like they have like that spirit. I like it.
Yeah, it definitely was dope. No doubt, no doubt. I'm a sports person, Milka. So I want you to let me know what is your favorites. This is a two-part question. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Ooh, okay. So to attend, I like to go to baseball games.
Oh, okay.
Um, yes, I like baseball games. I like the food, the environment, of course, the sport indeed. And then to watch, I will say football, not American football, like soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
wouldn't say American football, because to be quite honest with you, I'm still struggling to understand American football. But soccer, I love soccer. I can watch soccer like back and forth.
I totally understand that. I can certainly help you out if you need assistance with that football. Me being a sports guy, I can certainly help you out. Because
Sure.
I need some help with soccer. I do. I need a little bit of help with that. And that could be the trade-off from us. No question about that. Because I do like soccer. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm not up on some of the Premier Leagues or the MLS. I've been to a lot of MLS games because I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia. So the Atlanta United, I used to go to their games all the time when I was down there going to undergrad school and stuff. But basketball would be my favorite sport. And then football to watch on TV. I do like baseball as well because when I was in Atlanta, I went to a lot of Braves games. Padres are actually my favorite team. My favorite team is actually San Diego Padres because I grew up in California, San Diego. But
Uh-huh.
I wanted to ask you, since you being out there, because you kind of like DC and Pennsylvania, are you an Orioles fan? Are you a Nationals fan? Which one do you like to go?
Ooh. And that's a difficult question, see, because now you're putting me in Spanish we say entre la espada y la pared. You're putting me like in the
On
tough
the
spot
spot?
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my, do I need to choose? Can I not be from both?
Yeah, well, listen, technically you can definitely do both, technically, because Washington, DC area, I totally understand that, yeah, because you can choose the Nationals, you can choose Baltimore and stuff like that. As long as you get to go see both. Do you get to go see both of them though?
Yes, actually, the other day I went to a game, Nationals versus Orioles. It
Oh,
was great, and it was a
okay.
tough decision, what shirt to wear, but
Okay.
it was a great game.
Now, for your soccer team, what's your favorite soccer team?
Local from like Ecuador or like because of course I support my country, Ecuador, when it's the World
Sure.
Cup.
Sure.
But then like a team, something more like, do you mean international or something more like local?
Well, it could be both. Let me get both of them from you.
Local, it's called La Liga, Liga de Quito. That's
Ooh,
my team.
okay.
And then I would say international, I would go for Barcelona.
I'm a huge Barcelona fan, no doubt, no doubt. I do
Yeah.
know a couple teams, but I like my Barcelona team. So yeah, huge Barcelona fan. Okay, that's what's up.
Yes.
Last of the favorites. Favorite restaurant that you like to eat out at? I'm a huge foodie, and I love going out to different restaurants. So, favorite restaurant that you like to eat out at?
Me too. But do you want to know in DC or Pennsylvania?
Both. Give it to me. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be limited now. Not one bit.
Okay, let's start with DC because Pennsylvania, I'm still figuring out the area. But
Right.
DC, I would say Fiola Mare. I love Fiola Mare. As I told you before, seafood has a way to my heart. So Fiola Mare is huge for seafood. So if you like seafood, that's a nice, very nice place in front of the water. Very, very good. And then if I want some steak, I
Oh,
like this place that is called Carnes y Res in DC as well. It's Argentinian place. And then if
oh,
you want a good mac and cheese and some wings, the Park at 14th. Let me tell you, the Park at 14th has some great mac and cheese and what is it? Jig wings.
oh,
Delicious.
okay.
Yes.
Well, again, all three of those spots in the DC area, which I'm very familiar with DC area. Last time I was there, I did the double decker bus tour, if you're familiar with that.
Uh-huh.
Did that bus tour around and because it's a touristy thing to do. But I was staying over by Union Station. If you know what Union Station is in DC, I
Yes.
was around there. And I came there twice. The first time I came there was to visit my brother who actually was staying in Baltimore. So we got a chance to see Baltimore and DC. And the second time, I don't know if you heard of this conference before, but it's called the SEMI Conference, the SEME Conference.
I don't think I have. What is it about?
Well, so it's a sports and marketing conference. So
Okay.
basically what it is that you're going around, you're talking to different sports officials. It's a career fair, pretty much. And what you're doing is you're passing out business cards. You're going to different spots where panelists are talking to you about the industry of sports and different things of that nature. But they have it every single year in Washington, D.C. Every single
Okay.
year. Every single March, they have this conference every single year. So for me, I went there one year, passed out some business cards, and linked up with some people. Because I love going to career fairs and doing that. So obviously, next time I'm out there, I'm gonna have to say what's up to you for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we're friends. Like we're linked in here. We're connected. You cannot come to DC and not say hi.
Nope, absolutely not. Absolutely
Or
not.
Pennsylvania. Either
I
way.
will buy you a. Oh yeah, Pennsylvania too, because I definitely got people out there as well. Now, are we talking Pennsylvania? What city? Are we talking Philadelphia? Are we talking Pittsburgh? Are we talking what are we talking in Pennsylvania?
So I'm in York City.
York City. Okay, now what
Yes.
What's the biggest city close to that?
That's gonna be Harrisburg, the
Harris.
state capital city. Yes.
Okay, Harrisburg. So in York, Pennsylvania, where would you say if I was to ever touch down there, where would you say I should go get something to eat at?
Um, I would say so. I still don't have like a favorite spot where I would go. Like I'm still like trying to figure out the area, but I would say um actually you got me over there. I don't know what to recommend you. You got me over there.
I got you. I got
Honestly, yeah, I was thinking about this one restaurant I liked the other day, but I cannot remember the name.
I totally understand, yo. I totally understand. I appreciate you keeping it real with me, though. You know what? Listen, Pennsylvania is probably a beautiful state. Probably has great food out there. I've only been to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia in and Erie, Pennsylvania. I've been there too, but that was kind of a drive by because I was on a mega bus when I went to Erie, Pennsylvania. So that was certainly a drive by to go to Buffalo for sure. But those are only two cities that I've been into. But again, when I'm in DC, and if you're in DC, we'll link up and we'll definitely do something for sure. Have dinner, something, ball game. I don't. It doesn't matter what it is, but
Yeah,
we'll do
for
something.
sure. Yeah, I'll show you
Um,
around and everything.
please,
DC,
please.
DC is like home, you know. It's my second home. That's how I call DC.
I love it. I love that. I want to get into your day-to-day operations. Now, you obviously are an affiliate of Fox 43. And I would love to know, what you do because I know you've been a producer, you've been a writer, you've been a reporter in your career. I would love to know what you do with obviously Fox 43. I would love to know what time do you normally get up? What time do you normally end your day? How do you work between the two states of DC and Washington? I would love to, or I say Washington and Pennsylvania. How do you work between those two? How does that even work? Talk to me about your day-to-day operations.
Okay, so I started in Fox 3 a little bit. It's gonna be 2 years in October. I started as a associate producer. So I was hired as a social producer, but at the time that I was hired, we were short in production. So they got me doing production and they got me doing social producing. So I remember I've always worked the early morning shift. So I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. I
Wow,
gotta be at the station at 3.
wow,
So I remember back in the days when I started, I would go to production, do my production duties till like 6 in the morning, and then come down to the newsroom and start writing and helping producers. So I would like switch the role like in the middle of my shift. But things have changed a little bit because I stopped producing because my news director knew that I've always wanted to report, but the little issue here was that I didn't feel very comfortable at the beginning because Spanish is my first language.
right.
And as you can tell, I still have a little accent over there, which
Mhm.
I didn't really feel comfortable with, especially in this area where, accents can be a little more, noticed than in
Sure,
other areas
sure.
or other, states. So I told her where can I work close to reporters but like not yet report. And she said, well, the assignment desk is a great place to start because basically you are reporting, you're talking to people, but you're doing everything through the phone.
Hmm.
So at the time, the assignment desk manager was leaving, and she told me, well, there's an opportunity over there, do you want to take it? And I say, sure, let's do it. So a year ago, I took this decision and I stopped producing, I stopped doing production and focused in assignment desk, where I'm still right now. But at the same time, I take some reporting opportunities as well.
Yep.
For example, when there's the Hispanic Heritage Month, I'm the only Hispanic in the station, so I take over that, and that's my opportunity to tell those stories and kind of show what I know how to do. Sometimes I also like to shadow reporters. Sometimes there's like some stories over there. I cover stories for social media as well because I manage our Instagram.
Hmm.
So I like to, do small stories that are not maybe, too big to go on TV, but they're so good to be in social media. So
Right.
I do that. Um, and yeah, just trying to learn as much as possible because at this point of my life, I know reporting is my thing, and I think I'm ready. I'm working still on my accent, but I feel like I'm ready now to do it. So I'm figuring out what's gonna be my next move. But definitely wherever I go, I wanna do like full-time reporting, and that's where I am right now. I don't know if I'm gonna still, be at Fox and start doing more reporting, or maybe I'll be somewhere else. I'm still figuring out, but yeah, that's where I am right now.
No, that's awesome. That really is. I mean, obviously, anybody that's seen your work knows that you do great work, knows that you're very passionate about what you do. I mean, I'm not breaking news here. I mean, I'm sure everybody who's befriended you or everybody that's worked with you would say the absolutely same thing. I love your accent. Poquito hablo español. So if I say ¿Cómo estás?
Oh, me gusta tu español, muy bueno tu español.
Sí, sí, sí. And I'll say, oh, or I'll say, tú es muy bonita.
Oh, gracias. Muchas gracias.
De nada. See, I know a little bit. I know a little bit about a little bit, but when you start getting into whole conversations, I'm like, uh-oh, let me pull out my dictionary because I need to look up and see some words and see what's going on. That's for sure. I love that, though. I love that you said about your day-to-day process, but also it brings up a great question of mental health and work-life balance. Mental health is very important in our industry, right? It's important in every occupation, but our industry is known for having mental health breakdowns because of burnout, overworked, underpaid. Some of those words are kind of synonymous with our journalism industry. Talk to me about how you keep your mental health strong, but also have that work life balance because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind being around you at all. But you also seem very passionate about your job and work. So tell me, how do you keep that balance?
Thank you. I appreciate that. But and don't get me wrong, I feel like I can tell you that I've been through a lot of things in my life where I've learned to love myself, to just put time into self-love and taking care of myself. Actually, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, before I came to United States, I had
Hmm.
that very bad depression and anxiety crisis. And this is something I'm going to share with you, is very personal, but since we're being real and honest over here. I was in a hospital for a depression crisis. I was there for about like 3 weeks because I hit a point in my life where nothing was making sense.
Right,
And that was the point where, I learned to actually like start doing small things that can fill your heart and fill your inside. Start doing small things that can radically like change your day. Like for example, exercising.
right,
I go to the gym a lot. That's one way that I keep my mental health good. And every time like people ask me, "Oh, you're going to the gym because you want to look good." More than wanting to look good, I want to be good in here.
right,
The
right.
main reason why I go to gym is mental health. Just like doing, even the days I don't want to be there, I go at least 10 minutes to the milk trail, or like to run like 15 minutes, or like a
Sure,
little yoga session. But I try,
sure.
doing exercise is scientifically proved that can improve your mental health, and you can definitely feel it. Days where I'm very stressed, I'm very sad, overwhelmed, whatever is it, just running for some minutes can deeply change your mindset. So exercising. I also have my little doggy, my puppy. He's my everything. So I feel like being with him, like taking him to explore Pennsylvania for like some walks, going to the river. That's the
Mhm.
good thing about Pennsylvania. I have like a lot of, nature spaces where we can go and just like relax and decompress. And I will say meditating as well.
Oh, okay.
Meditating.
I like that.
Um, yes, sometimes you just gotta disconnect from the reality and just like focus and the good things that are not visible at that moment, but you got to remember in order to keep manifesting that into your life.
I love that. I do, and you gave great answers all conversation long so far. But I love that. I mean, It's it's a question worth asking because a lot of people deal with mental health different ways. I like to write poetry. I like to go on walks. I like to also work out as well. But
Oh,
it's
poetry.
oh yeah, absolutely. It's really important to deal with it. And it's a great question to ask. And this is a great follow-up question, is that advice. I know that you've had some interns that came to Fox 43, or maybe some interns that came into other stations that you've been at. But what is some advice that you would give someone that wants to be in broadcast journalism?
First off, I would say don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams because sometimes we think our dreams are so big that we cannot get there. But everything, if you work for it, you're gonna get it. So,
Right.
first off, believing that you can do it. First things first, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will do. So, you gotta believe in yourself to get into this industry because it's hard. And it starts like that, believing in yourself. Second of all, trying to network with people that are in the industry, trying to go to conferences, meeting people that are already there, asking for advice, surrounding yourself with people that are already there. How did they got there? What's the first step? And then I would say also, if you want to be, a news anchor, watching the news, watch what the anchors do. If you want to be a producer, then write some news while you're watching them, write them, or at least write 1, 2 news a day and train your brain. There's small things that you can do. When nobody gave me the chance before Fox 43, I knocked a lot of doors and a lot of doors closed in my face. But you
Yeah.
know what I did? I start taking like I did my reel with my phone. I started doing packages with my phone. I would, when Trump was in the courthouse, there was something big going on over there. I just literally, I was living like maybe 15 minutes from the court, so I saw that was happening, and I just took my little tripod, my phone, and went there and did a little live, did a little package with my phone. For who? Nobody was
Right.
gonna watch it maybe, but for myself, because I
Sure.
needed to practice and I needed to
Sure.
believe that I could do it. And that's the first thing you got to do. Just put yourself out there.
That's the hardest thing, right? At least that's one of the hardest things for people to do, is to just start. Start somewhere. Start doing something, right? Whether you start shadowing, and it's so many different roles. I try to tell kids all the time, there's so many different roles in this industry, that you don't have to limit yourself. You can do broadcast, you can do print, you can do producing, you can do editing, you can do video behind production, you can do anchoring, you can do reporting. It's just so many different roles. Try everything, but start. You have to be able to start, and that's a lot of the times what people's problem is. They're so worried about what to do that they never get started, and then time just passes them by. And that's, to me, that's just unfortunate with that. But I always tell kids to just start something and then go from there.
And that's a great point, and I'm glad you mentioned it because I feel like also when you're starting, I don't know if this happened to you, but it happened to me. I
Hmm.
wanted to be a reporter so bad that I was just applying to reporter gigs. I didn't want to see anything else that it was not reporting. If I was not hired as a reporter, I don't want to see it. But my other advice is this: be humble. Be
Yeah.
humble and as you said, start from somewhere because we all got to
Right.
start from somewhere. Do you think I wanted to be a producer? No, I didn't, but I needed to start somewhere.
Yes, absolutely. And listen, you deserve to be in front of the camera. There's no question about it. You definitely have the face to be in front of the camera, and you should be in front of the camera. There's no question. But we know that we get a whole lot more no's than yeses in this industry. We both know that. We've applied to several different jobs, and I always tell people, don't get discouraged. Yes, you want certain roles. Yes, you try to go after certain roles, but you do got to humble yourself, because it's okay to not start where you ultimately want to finish. Because if you're a jack of all trades, and you can learn more, and you can be more of an asset to people, and it's just better that way to do it. So I encourage people to just try and continue to try and do that. And I always do that with kids that ask me about journalism or ask me about writing articles or taking photos or being in front of the camera. Just try. That's all you got to do. Start somewhere and just try stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a great advice. And even though if you want to start from, in front of the camera, it's also good to learn what's going on behind of camera. Like for me, there's been a huge learning, and I know that when I'm gonna be a like full-time reporter, this is gonna be a huge, plus for me because now I understand how is the production thinking. Sometimes reporters stand there thinking that it's magic happening behind scenes, and no, it's actually people trying to put things together.
Yep.
So when you have that perspective from behind the scenes, I feel like things flow a little bit better too.
Absolutely. Well said on that. We have reached a portion of the podcast, and now we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. It is a game that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's pretty simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Milka, are you ready?
I am.
All right, here we go. So, out of these two places that I'm going to mention, if you had to choose one to eat at, which one would you choose? KFC or Popeyes?
KFC.
Okay, I like that. Out of these two flavors, which flavor would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Ooh, tricky. I would say lemon pepper.
Okay, I like that. Now, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get a little messy with it.
Yes, yes. Like I just feel like it's those things where you gotta do it, like gotta live the whole experience.
Listen, you ain't got to sweet talk me. I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. I would definitely love to eat the wet wings, no doubt. Get a wet wipe and go to work. No
Oh
doubt
yeah.
about it. Okay, I'm with you on that. These next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So here we go. Which music concert would you rather go to? Would you rather see Beyonce or Rihanna?
Oh my God, that's a really hard one. Why are you again? You're putting me entre la espada y la pared. You're putting me in the spot. Um, ooh,
Mm, I love
I
how
would
you say
say
that, by the way.
Rihanna. I would say
Rihanna?
Rihanna, but like that's a hard one.
I bet. I bet. They only gonna get harder from this point on. Now, which concert would you rather go see? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Another hard one. Oh my God. I would say Drake.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Megan Thee Stallion or SZA?
SZA.
Ooh, okay. That wasn't very hard for you. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Which which music concert would you rather go see? Chris Brown or Usher?
I would say Chris Brown.
No, go to Breezy. Okay. All right. Let me tell you, that 1111 tour is definitely something to behold of. He did it. He did his damn thing on that one. Chris Brown
Yeah.
definitely did his, yes, he did. He definitely put on a great show, no question. Okay. Last of the music. Which music concert would you rather go see? Brandy or Monica?
Um, I haven't heard any of them. This one you got me. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's okay. Listen, I got one for you. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Ariana Grande or Post Malone?
Ariana Grande.
Okay. All right. All right. You got some good taste, good music taste. I ain't mad with you on that one. I'm surprised you ain't seen Brandy or Monica though. The Boy Is Mine. You ever heard that?
No, but after we finish this, you gotta send me some songs because I gotta know who you're talking about.
Hey, you know, you ain't got to. Hey, you ain't got to tell me twice. I'm definitely gonna hit you up with a playlist. There's no question about that. I'm
Okay,
with you.
perfect.
Now, when it comes to sports, which sport would you rather watch on TV? Basketball or Americano football?
Basketball.
That's girl, you already won me. You won my heart already. Now hold on. I do gotta ask you, are you a Wizards fan? Sixers fan? Like, do you like what kind of fan are you?
Wizards. I'm a Wizards girl. Yes, yes, yes. Actually,
Yeah,
let me tell you a fun anecdote.
go ahead.
Before I was a journal, I mean, yeah, when I was in school, but I was
Mhm,
already living in DC in the middle of the
mhm.
COVID when it hit. I was working in a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And I work in this restaurant where the Wizards will come all the time after their games.
Mm.
So actually, that's how I became fan because I got to know them like in person, and then it was fun to watch them in the TV, and that's how I got like this passion to watch basketball as well. But yeah, definitely Wizards.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. We are going to transition to asking this question. Sports. I want to ask you, which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Did you say bowling?
Yeah, badminton or bowling.
I'll say bowling. I like
Bowling.
bowling.
Okay. Okay. Are you a good bowler?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I would say I am good. Well, it depends. It depends who are you putting me with.
Okay. Let me ask you, do you need the bumpers?
Maybe sometimes.
Okay. Okay. That tells me a whole lot I need to know. So this is what we will do. We'll put you on a separate lane. We'll get the slide for you so you can slide the ball down and then and have the bumpers. That's what we'll do. That's all. That's all we'll do. I like that.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. I want to ask you this. Do you like desserts?
I love desserts.
Okay. So I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these that you would never eat again. Okay. So choosing one of these you'll never eat again. The first
Okay.
category is gonna be cookies.
Hmm.
The next category is gonna be candy. The
Okay.
third category is gonna be ice cream. The
Gotcha.
last category is gonna be grouped together. So it's pies slash cakes. Which one are you getting rid of?
Cookies.
Wow. Milka, that is definitely a hot take. Getting rid of the cookies, huh? Okay. Now, let me ask you, what is your favorite ice cream?
Oh, dulce de leche. Dulce de leche ice cream has a way to my heart. Yes, definitely.
I don't think I ever had that. What's in dulce de leche?
Oh my God. You need to go. So wait, where you are located, do they have a Wise? Or I think Wise is a Pennsylvania thing, right?
That might be a Pennsylvania thing, because up here it's probably Cold Stone and you know,
Gi-
uh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. If we have a Wise though. No.
Okay, they have it in the Giant too. You gotta go to the Giant and get the Hagen Dazs dulce de leche. That's my favorite one.
They definitely have Haagen-Dazs. Okay, so when I do try that, I would definitely let you know how that is for sure.
Yes. And if
I'm,
if if, if it's your new obsession, hey, don't blame me. I
I
am
won't.
warning you.
I will not. I promise you, I will not lay the blame on you one bit. But cookies and cream, it's going to be very hard to replace that as my favorite. I'm gonna tell you that, because that's my favorite, cookies and cream. So it's going to be hard to replace any ice cream over that. That's for sure. Okay.
Well, cookies and
Do
cream
you,
is really good too, so like you have a point over there.
right. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of hard for me to do that. Do you like potato chips?
Ooh, I love potato chips. Yes.
Okay, so this is the same format. I'm going to name four brands of chips. You have to choose one of these that you'll never eat again. So here we go. The first brand is Pringles.
Mm-hmm.
The next brand is going to be Lay's.
Okay.
The third brand is going to be Ruffles. The last brand is going to be Doritos. Which one
Mhm.
are you getting rid of?
I would say I would say Lay's.
I would say you on point like a period. That's what I would say. No
Yes.
question. No question.
Yes.
You on point. Now, hold on. What is your favorite chip? You don't have to choose between the other three, but what's your favorite chip of all?
I don't have like a favorite brand, but if they are like vinegar and salt, I would say that's my favorite, like chip
Oh,
flavor.
well, Milk you have been absolutely lovely. You are a lovely reporter. Yeah, everything about you is lovely. But you know, you've just proven that you're not perfect. That's just what it is. You just proven that.
Oh my
That's
God,
okay.
you don't like vinegar
Uh,
chips?
No.
No? Oh,
That is
why?
that is hard pass on that one. They're actually the second worst chip ever made, to be honest
No.
with you.
Oh my God, which one is the first one?
The first one is Funyuns. Whoever made Funyuns, I don't know who made them, but if I could smack them all off on the shelf and step on the bag and not go to jail, I would do that. I would totally do
Wait, those are the ones that are like onion rings, but they're like okay, gotcha, gotcha.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're pretty
those
those are
back.
pretty good.
Now, the chip that's better, I'd rather eat a salt and vinegar chip than a kettle chip. Any kettle
Oh,
chip is awful. It's
mm-hmm.
awful.
Yeah.
But that's probably the only chip that I would even think. 'Cause salt and vinegar, if I eat about five of those, I'm done. I'm done after that. I can't do it. But that what all that means is, Milka, there's more for you on the shelf. So I'm leaving them for you.
Okay, all right.
That's all that matters. So, but listen, like I said, everything about you is absolutely lovely. It's just, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. We can't have it all. So, you did very good though on a this or that. Very good. I want to ask you these next two questions, and they're both top four questions. The first one is called bucket list. I want you to give me a bucket list of a top four of events or stories that you would like to do in your journalism career that you haven't done yet.
Four things that I would like to do in my journalist career, like
Like four events.
for bands. Sorry, I cannot hear you well.
Yeah, four events or stories
Oh,
that you would like
events.
to do.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I would definitely like to cover in are you asking me like those like topics or like specific stories and events?
Oh yeah,
I got a
specific.
lot of that question.
Yeah, specific. Like events that you would like to do in your journalism career. Like for me, I would like to do the Olympics. I would like to do World Series, being a sports reporter. I would like to do an NBA Finals. I'm a basketball person, and I would love to
Mhm.
do like a March Madness or a college football playoff. One of those two. I would love to do those four events.
Got it, got it. Okay, definitely I would like to cover a presidential election, the
Okay.
United States presidential election.
Hmm.
I would like to cover why not the Olympics? Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be great.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
can see you doing that.
yes, that would be awesome. Maybe the Grammys, something like that. Um, one
Okay.
of those events where all this like artists show up and everything, where you can meet your childhood crush.
Hmm.
Um, and then let me think about another one. Oh, maybe why not a Pope election?
Wow. Pope election. Okay. Okay, that is definitely the first here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. I don't think I've ever had a Pope election before, but that is amazing that you said that. I think I asked that question because I want people to speak that into existence. I want people to go for those type of goals to be able to reach that because those are good goals to have. I love the fact you say Grammys because I was thinking about red carpet with you all along. I think you've been amazing on the red carpet. A lot of great conversations, a lot of great stories. Obviously, you look amazing too on the red carpet as well. So I think whether it's Grammys, whether it's Oscars, Billboard, Music Awards, just a red carpet event is what I was thinking.
Yes, yes, definitely. I want to cover one of those red carpets.
Yeah,
Hope
absolutely.
hopefully one day.
I think so. That'd be amazing, right? That'd be amazing. Would you ever do the Met Gala? Are you a fan of the Met Gala?
I love the Met Gala. Yeah, it would be such an
Okay.
honor, a privilege. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because obviously they come with some exotic dresses and wear just there, not just the ladies, but the men too. The
Oh,
fashion is crazy at that event, no question about it. So, okay, I like that. The next top four question that I have for you is a top four things to do in Washington, D.C. The next time I do touch down there in D.C., what is four things that I should do?
depends what you like to do, but these things is what I recommend you doing, like regardless if you like outdoors or not, because it's just if you go to the sea, you gotta do it. But like go to the monuments and do the
Yeah.
tour and a scooter or a bike. If you like, biking a little bit more, you can do it in a bike. But definitely do that, like the monuments, because you know how they are in the National Mall, so go all that area in a bike
Yep.
tour or in a scooter at night. Beautiful. I would also say kayaking. Kayaking is one of my favorite things too.
Mm,
Um, Go to brunch. Brunch in DC can be a little different experience than in some other places.
okay.
Um, and well, if you like books, definitely go to the public libraries. They have some beautiful libraries over there with like so many books that I have not found anywhere else. So if you like books, hit those libraries. It's fun.
I definitely like the kayaking idea that you said. I'm a huge person into water and whitewater rafting and stuff that I love to do and stuff like that. So I love that. And I love history. So history is something that I enjoy as well.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, I definitely would check those out for sure. No question. Give me a couple of stories, Milka, that you have done in your career that have been very impactful to you, as a reporter.
Um, so recently I covered the Latino festival in Lancaster. And I was covering the festival indeed. Honestly, I never went to the idea of finding people from Ecuador there. But it happened to happen, I met some Ecuadorian families and they started telling me their stories. So I ended up, giving the package a little focus on how the immigrants in Lancaster, their new generation of immigrants that are basically American now, how
Mhm.
they have this responsibility in their heart of, keep spreading the culture. Like, don't let it die. And
Right,
you see all these young people like in charge of the events, and their parents like were telling me like, oh, like last year we were the ones that we were making everything, but now it's the new generation stepping up
right,
into this cultural event. So I feel
right.
like that hit me in a good way though, because in times where people want our culture to shut down or not be heard or
Mhm.
stop, it's awesome to see these little kids just stepping up for the Latin community. So I
Absolutely.
feel like that one had hit me in a good way. And then if you're asking me in a bad way, in a sad way, I believe when I went to shadow this reporter to the Baltimore bridge when it came down, and the
Mm.
constructors that were over there, they died. So that also hit a lot my heart, to understand not just like that situation, but how that situation speak from another situation where, immigrants come to this country to make not a lot of money in situations where they put their lives in risk, like
Right,
construction workers.
right.
Um, so yeah, it just opened a little something in my head to realize that it's crazy, and it should be more awareness about the topic.
Wow. That is definitely two impactful stories, and I really do appreciate the transparency of sharing that with me. That's amazing. What is some advice that we talked about advice you would give? What is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
um I would say never give up, and have faith, and